All right, people. As everybody should be well aware, over the weekend we had some shenanigans going on. Apparently, Trump decided to invade Venezuela, arrest the president, and now that guy is in New York awaiting trial on all kinds of drug charges, maybe some terrorism charges. Who knows? Nicholas Maduro, the former president of Venezuela, everybody calls him a dictator. I guess he operates as a dictator. All the Venezuelan people are cheering for this, for the most part. For the most part. Now there are some people who are pushing back, but we're gonna get to that because I don't think those people are genuine in their pushback. But for the most part, Venezuelan people are very happy that this has taken place. They view it as liberation, right? This guy had these people living in horrible, horrible conditions, and they are all happy that this is taking place. Um, I don't know what's going to come of this, but I don't want you guys to get too up in arms about all of this. Like, if you're going to make content about it, go for it. But do not take any of this too serious. Like I said, I am all about the after pill. I am all about being anti brown pill and blue pill and political pill, all of that. And the reason being is because of this right here.
Man, explain to me how, after Trump goes into Venezuela in the middle of the night, a couple of hours later, in New York, you have an organized march with thousands of people with banners, signs, flags, and the signs are all matching. They've all been printed. They were at the same print press. Who's working overtime? Who's setting this up? Are these guys paid? Like, there is no way that you can get all these people and have all these signs overnight. I'm sorry, and not even a couple of hours. These people were out in the morning. Trump was going to Venezuela at 2 or 3 in the morning. And these people were out like, what, 7, 8, 9? Organized? Bro, who's doing this? This is, I'm sorry, this is not organic. Not one freaking bit is this organic. And they were all over Times Square. Like, look at this. Look at these signs. Perfect. All matching. Listen, if they were handwritten, fine. But they're printed. And they have long banners as well. Look at this. This is great.
All right. So what this guy is essentially saying is it's all theater. This is all political theater. And this is why I tell you guys, I am team after pill. I'm against the brown pill. I am against the red pill. I understand that the brown pill has some things that it can offer you, right? Get in, get out. Red pill, it has some good information for you. Get in, get what you need, and get out. When it comes to politics, sure, everybody should be, politically aware, but it's all theater. This is why I tell you guys, do not sit there and waste your time getting your blood pressure up talking about political nonsense. This guy is showing you, like, he's raising a very good question. How did this happen? How is it that Trump is bombing Venezuela at 2 in the morning and by 7, 8 in the morning, people are organized and protesting? It's like they knew this was going to go on. They knew that this was going to happen. And actually, when you...
Democrats protesting, are the people there paid? Let's bring in Adam Swart, the founder of a group called Crowds on Demand. If I have to pay you to show up, you are not legit. You are a plant.
You're paid for your views. Tucker Carlson is paid for his views. Rachel Maddow is paid for her views. Is it not then reasonable to say that a protester can't be paid a few $100s to go out to a rally to support a cause that they agree with? Any protest that Crowds on Demand does is peaceful, law-abiding. We don't vandalize buildings. We don't block roads without a permit, right? These are peaceful, articulate, passionate demonstrators.
The real see Democrats protesting.
Okay, so you can see this guy has a company that actually specializes in putting together protests. It says There are companies in America Democrats can pay to provide crowds to show up to protest. Adam Swart, founder of a group called Crowds on Demand, confirms he organizes crowds for political protests and political events. Now, this is why I tell you, it is all theater. It's all made up. There is no reason for you guys to sit here and bang your head up against the wall and get upset. Right now, as we speak, there are people who are counter protesting the Venezuelans who are cheering. So you have Venezuelans who are cheering for the arrest of Nicholas Maduro, like they're cheering him being put on trial for all his various crimes and whatnot. And then you have people who are counter protesting. Why? Because you have companies that literally pay to protest. Like they pay these people to go out and protest. Now you got to think about this. How did these people know? How did they know when and where to be? How did they get the signs? Okay, obviously this guy provided them, or a guy like that, some NGO provided it. But you got to think, this was a Delta Force operation. China, like there was a Chinese envoy in Venezuela, like either the day before or like the day of when all this cracked off. And they were actually still on the ground waiting to go back to China when America invaded. And so the Chinese president Xi, he comes out and he condemns what America is doing. But there were rumors. There's also rumors that, the Chinese that were there to take precious metals. Like I guess somebody said that they took like a few tons of silver. I don't know that this is true, but it's just rumors that maybe Venezuela offloaded some of their wealth, some of their precious metals, some of their holdings to China. Maybe China's going to hold on to it. Maybe they're cutting some sort of deal. Who knows? But all of this looks like some sort of political theater because the Chinese knew that this was going on. You got Navy SEALs involved. You got Delta Force involved. You got the president invading a whole other country, stealing a whole president. And then somehow, some way, there's NGOs who know to get signs ready, to get paid Venezuelan protesters ready to clash with, the other people, right? Like they know it's all going on. It's one gigantic club, and none of us are none of us are on the inside of any of this. Like this was actually going on in San Diego.
I want to dive with it. You had to get. I want to dive with it, so I initially got a body on it. Away from like all the yeah. I know we're gonna see.
These people are white. These are white people you're seeing. You're not seeing a bunch of Venezuelans. In case you guys didn't know, San Diego does not have a large Venezuelan population. It's mostly Mexicans out here. There's a lot that I could talk about. I think I talked about it once before when there was like a large influx of Venezuelans who came over here earlier, like right before the Biden administration came to an end. The Mexican cartels was like, nope, you guys can't come over here. There's not going to be any competition from Trinidad, Aragua. The Mexican cartels run San Diego, so they sent everybody east. Now, there are some Venezuelans who live here. I think a lot of them are legal. But they don't have a huge population. So these are actually white people and Asians and college students that you're seeing. And you can kind of see that there's not a lot of people. You got a Mexican flag. Got some Palestinian flags. So you're seeing a bunch of stuff. You're seeing Mexican flags, you're seeing Palestinian flags, but this is supposed to be about other than no blood for oil. This is supposed to be about Venezuela, but they can't muster up enough Venezuelans to actually have a legitimate protest. But either way, the Venezuelans are not protesting. It's these NGOs that go out there and they do all the protesting. They pay these people. That's why this guy shows up with the Mexican flag. Why are you waving a Mexican flag or a Palestinian flag at a Venezuela protest? It doesn't make any sense. This is why I tell you guys, I am against the red pill, the blue pill, the brown pill, the political pill, because it's all theater. Everybody's on the inside. You got companies that run this stuff from top to bottom. There are companies, there are people making lots and lots of money. That's why I say, if you guys are going to get upset about this stuff, make content and make money off of it, because anything outside of that, you're just wasting your time. Everybody knew that this was going to go on. The whole government knew. The Democrats knew that this was going to happen. So the Democrats was like, okay, let us call our protest guy and say, hey, let's get a protest going. Like this, it's all fake. So don't go out there and beat your head up against the wall. Like the stuff that's going on in Minnesota. You think the government didn't know? The government knew. They know everything that's going on. There's no secrets. These people aren't stupid. They know what the Somalians are doing. They don't care. Why? Because they're letting that fraud go on. They're letting all this kind of stuff go on for the time that they're going to need it, right? People think that they're going to release that Epstein list. They are never releasing that list. Not when they can do this, when they can invade a country, not when they can show you some Somali fraud. No, they're not releasing that list. You're never getting that. So I'm not Mr. Political over here. I'm not the most politically astute person, so I'm not going to try to make all this hyper insightful stuff. I might run this through like Chat GPT and see what the particulars are and make a video later. But all in all, just understand it. It's all theater. Every time you see some stuff like this, it's all an inside job. It's always an inside job. We got some Andrew Tate coming up. I'll make some videos about him. He actually makes a few good points about this, but I'm not going to drag this particular video. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll get back at you on the next one. Peace.